Welcome back to Learn JavaScript on Codecademy. We're in the Object section. This is Passed by Reference. Objects are passed by reference. This means when we pass a variable assigned to an object into a function as an argument, the computer interprets the parameter name as pointing to the space in memory holding that object. As a result, functions which change object properties actually mutate the object permanently, even when the object is assigned to a constant variable. Here we have const spaceship is assigned these keys and these values. Here we have let paintIt be assigned this function, which takes an object and will do object.color and assign to it glorious gold. When we call paintIt and pass in our spaceship object, spaceship.color will return glorious gold. Our function paintIt permanently changed the color of our spaceship object. However, reassignment of the spaceship variable wouldn't work in the same way. Here's the example for that. We have let spaceship be assigned these keys and values. When we try reassignment, be assigned this function which takes in an object. When we try to do the reassignment here and we log our object, it does print identified with false and transport type as flying. Down here, when we invoke it, try reassignment with spaceship passed in, the attempt at reassignment does not work. Spaceship still returns home planet Earth color red. If we then do spaceship and assign to it identified false transport type flying, regular reassignment still works. Let's look at what happened in the code example. We declared this spaceship object with let. This allowed us to reassign it to a new object with identified and transport type properties with no problems. When we tried the same thing using a function designed to reassign the object passed into it, the reassignment didn't stick, even though calling console.log on the object produced the expected result. When we passed spaceship into that function, object became a reference to the memory location of the spaceship object, but not to the spaceship variable. This is because the object parameters of the try_reassignment function is a variable in its own right. The body of try_reassignment has no knowledge of the spaceship variable at all. When we did the reassignment in the body of try_reassignment, the object variable came to refer to the memory location of the object, identified false transport type flying, while the spaceship variable was completely unchanged from its earlier value. Our instructions say, write a function, green energy, that has an object as a parameter and sets the object's fuel type property to avocado oil. Let's do that now. Run it. We do pass. 2 says, write a function, remotely disable, that has an object as a parameter and sets or reassigns that object's disabled property to true. Let's do that under here. Run it. We do pass. Now it says call your functions with the spaceship object in the code editor, then console log the spaceship object to confirm those properties were changed/added. Let's do it here. Let's run it. And let's see what the results were. We do get fuel type avocado oil, home planet Earth, disabled is true. And what that means is when we invoke green energy and pass in spaceship, it runs this here, which is going to grab fuel type and change it to avocado oil, which it did. Then remotely disable went here, pass in spaceship, and added this disabled property with the value of true, which we see here. When we log that out, we do see those changes reflected. And that is passed by reference, which means when we pass a variable assigned to an object into a function as an argument, the computer will interpret the parameter name as pointing to the space in memory holding that object. As long as you guys are understanding that, you guys are getting this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.